Hey, so I was thinking about mentorship and how the civilian sector seems to be very, very good at managing mentorship amongst their employees, and I think that's something that we definitely could use a lot of, especially in the National Guard. I think mentorship is very key. The civilian sector is very good about pairing up um, middle level or upper level management personnel with those who show promise, who show potential. And I think that that is definitely something that we should hold ourselves accountable to do if we are leaders, especially as NCOs and as officers. Mentorship is definitely not just an officer thing. And I think that you may not realize that you are a mentor when you are. You don't always know who's watching. There's always somebody watching. You may get a random text or email, or you may not get anything at all. You may have no idea that a specific soldier, specific uh, lower enlisted, a specific lower company grade officer, brand new, fresh out of BOLIC, is watching your actions and the steps you take, and is taking note, taking mental note to know right from wrong and to know how they should carry themselves. Mentorship's a big thing. Mentorship is a big responsibility. And not knowing exactly how you come across to people and how you are perceived is a big thing as well as a big responsibility. So I think as as captains, definitely as field grade officers, as platoon sergeants and squad leaders, and obviously definitely as a first sergeant or sergeant major, we owe it to our soldiers in the Florida Guard that we need to ensure that we are mentoring them. And I know that we're all busy. The National Guard is a very specific type of organization where we may be very busy with our civilian careers, maybe upper level in our civilian careers, and we're trying to juggle both. If you're AGR, you don't have that issue, but if you're an M-Day officer, an NCO, then you're trying to juggle both. So it's not to say that mentorship has to look like, consistent daily communication with a soldier to make sure that they are on a specific path. Mentorship can look as simple as one, something that we should always be doing, and that is counseling. Counseling, unfortunately, has become a rare art. We just don't devote enough time to it. We may just do it. We may finger drill it and just knock out a quick counseling, knowing that that's a requirement on paper, but we may not follow up after that initial counseling and do the quarterly counselings. But I think we owe it to our soldiers and definitely to ourselves, for soldiers that are working for us, or soldiers that are under our leadership. We owe it to those soldiers to counsel them initially, let them know these are the expectations of your position, and then counsel them quarterly. Let them know whether or not they are meeting the said expectations, and if they're not, how they can improve. So I think, one, it can start with counseling, just that consistent counseling. And then two, mentorship can be something as simple as a meal, or just a quick conversation over the phone, or taking time out of your day. Let's say you run into a soldier who shows promise, who you feel that has the potential for eventual increased responsibility and to be a leader within the organization. Then take that time to have that conversation with them. Sit and talk with them for 5-10 minutes. Talk to them about, get invested. Talk to them about their life, about their personal life and their professional life, where they want to go, and give them tips on how they can get to where they want to go. Maybe they want to eventually be in a position that you're in. Let them know how you got there. Let them know the steps that you took or the actions that you took, or maybe even the actions that you didn't take and you wish you took. Mentorship's key. Mentorship has definitely been something that I've been blessed to have as I progressed through my career thus far, having such outstanding officers and even NCOs that have mentored me from a second lieutenant until now, so that I know exactly how I should carry myself, how if I want to be successful, if I want to be a careerist in the National Guard, then what's the best way to go about it? And then mentorship doesn't stop with each rank. If anything, the more responsibility you have, the more rank you have, then the more you're going to have to mentor. So as you go from that E6 to that E7, as you go from that company commander to eventually being in a staff, you may think, you know what, I don't have as much of a requirement to mentor. Maybe I go from being in charge of 5 or 6 individuals directly to maybe I only have 2 individuals directly. Mentorship doesn't just stop in your organization. Mentorship goes to other organizations as well. I can't tell you how many people that I've contacted who are not in my chain of command, just to have mentorship, have career counseling. Individuals who contacted me and wanted just a conversation, a little bit of advice here and there, and it just makes me think that definitely mentorship is something that we need to hold important and that we need to improve on in our organization. We definitely need to improve on it, and it starts with leaders like you and I. We have to take it as a serious responsibility, mentor junior soldiers, help them get to where they want to be, mentor them professionally, and in some cases you may be able to mentor them personally if they need assistance in their personal life that's affecting their professional life. So just some nuggets. Wanted to talk about mentorship because it's something that's near and dear to my heart and that I hold definitely in high regard and of high importance, and just to carry that message to you so that we can do whatever we can to improve mentorship, because I feel like if we can tackle mentorship, then we can keep good soldiers in the Guard. You see people getting promoted here and there, and you think, man, it's good. It's good to see that that person got promoted, that person got promoted. Now that they're promoted, are they truly ready for all that is required of a position? They may be. Maybe they can figure it out on their own, but they don't have to. That's where we come in, and that's where we can help these people out, because we need it as well in our positions. There are plenty of people that have been in my shoes where if I don't reach out to them, if I don't communicate with them and try to figure out exactly how best to be successful, then I'm just going about it without utilizing the instructions that are laid out before me. And that'll is not the way to go. It's not the preferred method. So mentorship, definitely some of importance.